The Coaches Show is brought to you by Highway 55, Burgers, Shakes, and Fries, Nunboys.com, and GPS Photography and Video, GPSPhotoandVideo.com. Welcome to the Coaches Show. I'm Glenn Young alongside Hope County men's basketball coach, head basketball coach Quame Patterson. The Coaches Show is brought to you by Highway 55, Burgers, Shakes, and Fries, Nunboys.com, Marketing, Advertising, T-shirts, GPS Photography and Video, 1080p HD, GPS Photography and Video, GPSPhotoandVideo.com. Coach, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
Doing good, man. I mean, let's start off with foul shooting. Much improved against Lumberton. Shot very well. Shot well in the Red Springs tournament. And then fell off last night against Scotland. What do you attribute this to?
The foul shooting or
Well, foul shooting, because, you know, do you feel like the kids take it personal when they read about it in the Fayetteville Observer, hear about it on social media? You know, it's a free basket.
Right.
You can't hit it. What's up with that?
It was kind of ironic that after the article came out, we did very well the next two games in our foul shooting.
Right.
But then fell off again last night. We didn't take as many as we did in the past when we missed it.
Right.
A bunch, but the ones we missed last night, you know, were I think we missed at least 15.
Wow. And then you just went cold, and of course came up short in the fourth quarter. Looking back at the Lumberton game, though, I mean, everything was clicking on all cylinders and pulled it out. I mean,
right.
In the conference, you know, it is what it is. It's tough. I mean, you talked it off last year. He was 1-1, and so now 3 games in with Purnell Sweat next, and then you'll wind up with Pinecrest and then start all over again. Where do you think you stand at this point?
I stand a good chance still winning the conference. Okay. Scotland's a solid team. Let them take it away from them, but I can't see them running the table.
Right.
You know, they're 3-0. We're 2-1. And they still have to play Lumberton as well, and that rival game against Richmond. So.
Exactly. And we all know how well they can shoot, but they came up cold against us because they live and die by the 3.
Right.
And speaking of which, breaking news, Cumberland County games are all canceled for Friday night. And the Purnell Sweat game is moved to tomorrow night, right?
Yes, sir. The JV game will be here tomorrow, Thursday night, and varsity game will be at Purnell Sweat.
At Purnell Sweat tomorrow night, so make you adjust your schedules. JV at 6 tomorrow night here?
Yes.
And then JV boys and girls.
Yes.
And then the varsity will be over at Purnell Sweat at the same time, but at Purnell Sweat location. Weather. Last year, this was something we talked about earlier in the season. How critical does this make wins?
Very critical. You know, we've already experienced it once, and I think we have a bulk of guys who came back from last year's team who went through that, and that's definitely a point of focus that we had a little while ago in study hall. And we again addressed it at practice tonight.
And so they postponed the games, but they didn't really make them up last year.
Right.
And went straight into the playoffs. So the seeding is what it is.
Right.
So that sort of win or that loss last night looms huge now against Scotland.
Right. As I told them, we're no longer in the driver's seat. We're in the passenger seat. We're not in the back seat already.
Exactly.
We're in the passenger seat. We're on shotgun. Hopefully, nothing hurts us.
Well, it's important to know that they take the top 3 teams. We're second in the conference, but everybody's played each other twice, and that second go around, it can get interesting.
Definitely.
Well, Coach, we're going to take a break. When we come back, we're going to go to a segment called Ask the Coach segment. So we'll be right back. Welcome back to the Coaches Show. I'm Glenn Young alongside head men's basketball coach Quame Patterson. And Coach, it's time for the Ask the Coach segment. So let's get to it. First question here comes from Gene Harris. And his question is, it was evident after coming out off the blowout victory against Red Springs, your players looked at Scotland's record and took them for granted and played without intensity until the fourth quarter. What is your pregame routine for getting players focused and keeping them motivated for each opponent?
Good to see you. To assume that we were looked at their record, no, no, because they've beaten some quality teams all throughout the year, and they've actually steadily improved. I think they've won the last 4 out of the 6 games. So it wasn't like we looked at their record and said. Now they may have saw them personally doing warm-ups and said, oh, they're pretty small. Maybe we can maybe that, but not looking at their record. As far as like the routine of keeping them focused, every game's a new game. Every year's a new year. So these guys coming as freshmen have never beaten Scotland before at Scotland. Seniors have never beaten Scotland at Scotland.
Wow.
As a senior. So everything is new. So we just put up those little challenges to them and say like, at your senior year, where do you want to go undefeated at?
Right.
So little stuff like that.
Now, it is important to note that you played another holiday tournament. You feel like that hurt you, and the holiday coming off of that, having a tournament like that in between the conference games, or?
No, it's never hurt us before. I don't think so.
Right.
It is what it is. We came out flat, and we played flat even in the fourth quarter.
Right.
So we came back, but we really didn't.
I got you.
We still played flat and missed some stuff we did in the first quarter. So.
All right, so let's go on to the second question, Coach. And this comes from, just a Hope County fan. So
Anonymous,
yes. And this actually is going to the entire Hope County coaching basketball staff. So I asked Coach Daniels as well in the second segment. What strategies do you use to hold players accountable for excessive simple mistakes? How do you promote team ball of play to defend and win against opponents versus individual concept? And do you have a standard or consequence for each player is held to for selfish plays that potentially lead to unnecessary losses? And then I got a follow-up question to that, so let's start with that.
Okay. 3-part question. Okay. For one of the parts, holding a kid accountable for selfish play. Selfish is a strong word, especially when dealing with kids. Maybe they don't realize it. It's not like they're getting paid, and it's not in their contract. They need to take 25 shots. But sometimes they grow up thinking that I'm the guy to take that shot. We address it.
Or I'm the guy that's going to help us get the win.
Right. We address it, and hopefully, it gets through to them. Right. But it's not like I'm gonna make a kid run suicides because he made the mistake to hold the ball or shoot the ball. That's more on me.
Or they miss foul shots.
Or miss foul shot, right? That's not really on that individual. I can't really see any guys on our team who would be that deceitful to do something selfishly to lose a game.
Right. And third part of the question, what is your philosophy in maximizing the talent that you have on varsity this year?
For this year, the philosophy of maximizing.
And I'm assuming that's going to follow on the next year as well. What is your philosophy for maximizing the talent that you have on varsity this year? Not that you haven't, but
right.
You feel like you can get more out of the players than what they're already giving? This is the question.
I think we get more with work experience. That's really what it is. And having younger guys on the team, able to carry that,
point guard.
freshmen and 3 sophomores or 2 sophomores. I think experience is going to help us. That's my philosophy is keeping younger guys and developing them. So by the time they get to seniors, they've played under me for 3 years or so, or 4 years, and we can skip those baby steps and the growing pains of the simple mistakes.
Now your seniors are Wesley Baldwin, Dakota Cummings?
No.
Not Dakota.
Wesley Baldwin, Micah Whitehurst, Darius Capers, Deshaun George, and Devin Owen.
Now, Norwood has been huge off the bench, and witness on him. And I got to think you're getting everything you can out of Wesley Baldwin. I mean, what kind of leadership do the seniors get out there? I mean, they
have pretty good leadership this year. A lot better than last year and the year before. So, and some of those three guys, or two of those guys, played with me since they were sophomores.
Right.
So
yeah, exactly. So
it's one of those things. The leadership's pretty good. It just everything looks better when you get a W.
Right.
But
you start losing and missing foul shots.
Right. You question the leadership, but if we win all those games, we make 10 more free throws in 3 games or 4 games, we have 1 loss.
Well, you got a great nucleus going into next year because you do have younger players. Again, I'm not going to hold you too long, Coach, because I know you got to get to practice, but breaking news, Cumberland County games are canceled for Friday or postponed for Friday. The Purnell Sweat game is going to be tomorrow night at Purnell Sweat. The JV game will be here at Hope County High School. So, again, Coach, as always, thanks for taking time out. I know it's been tough, but keep the guys motivated.
Right.
Hey, second in the conference, and we just have to keep pushing.
That's right. Thank you.
Take care.